Okay, so in today's video about Algo, we are going to check out two very important pieces of news, and I'm going to tell you why these are actually kind of a big deal, and it could potentially lead to more and more adoption across the whole crypto market and especially Algorand. So with all that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones, and this is, from my point of view, a very important piece of news. According to the title, many crypto staking services from this point moving forward are not securities, and this is very important. Sure, this is kind of irrelevant for retail investors like you and me, but it is kind of a big deal when it comes to institutional adoption. Why is that? Let's say you are an institution and you want to partner with some crypto projects. One way or the other, if you want to partner with them, you have to buy their token, okay? This is a very important point. Now, when institutions, for example, invest in some stocks, they usually make some money off of them, or whenever even they have cash, they put it in treasuries and they make a very small yield off of it. However, in crypto projects, other than staking, there is pretty much, I would say, no other way to make some money off of your tokens that you are holding. And the rules around institutions staking their tokens were kind of unclear, but from this point moving forward, not anymore. The Securities and Exchanges Commission, SEC, yesterday clarified that most staking services don't involve securities, resolving a major uncertainty that has hung over the crypto industry. The guidance provides regulatory clarity for major platforms like Coinbase, Kraken, and some others, which collectively handle billions in staked assets. This is, from my point of view, a very important point, and it's basically one more step towards the right direction when it comes to attracting institutional adoption across the whole crypto market. And I do believe Algorand can actually benefit from this, because Algo basically has the best staking program out there, and if they want to partner with some institutions, okay, now those companies can stake their tokens and earn, I think previously was somewhere around 6.7% reward per year, and I don't really know how much is it right now. I think it's somewhere around 5.5 to 6%, which is definitely not that bad for these companies. Again, for you and me, maybe this is not really that important, but that's not really the main point. So this, in my opinion, is a very important piece of positive news for the whole crypto market. Now, in another very fascinating piece of news, specifically this time about Algorand, as you can see, mTBILLs are now natively issued on Algo. Now, you might say, well, okay, what is mTBILL? It's basically a tokenized version of US Treasury bills, which are traditionally considered one of the safest, most liquid assets. This basically allows users to gain yield from T-bills while staying within the crypto ecosystem, essentially giving DeFi users access to TradFi yields. And the fact that now mTBILLs are natively issued on Algorand, in my opinion, is a huge deal. Why? Because this basically strengthens Algorand's position in a couple of ways. Number one is definitely increased use case, because RWA tokenization is a major narrative at the moment in the crypto market, and by hosting mTBILL, Algorand is basically showing that we want to be more and more active into this growing sector. Number two, institutional appeal. You see, T-bill backed tokens are attractive to institutions and risk-averse investors. This could potentially bring more serious money into the Algorand system. And finally, number three, this is important from a validation of Algorand strengths. Why? Because what are the things that Algorand is mainly known for? Number one, instant finality, which ensures no uncertainty in transactions. Number two, quantum resistance, which is forward-looking in terms of security. And number three, low fees and high throughput, which will make it ideal for financial instruments that require precision and speed. So overall, in my opinion, this move aligns Algorand with other L1s aiming to become infrastructure layers for TradFi, and it's also yet another bullish fundamental sign for the long-term adoption, especially if T-bills tokenization is going to grow in the future. So overall, definitely some positive news for Algo. And now let's check out the live chart and see what is happening. And this is very interesting. Why? Because you see, in the previous videos, we were talking about the idea of having potentially a WXY in form of a double zigzag in order to reach to somewhere around this important region between 19.8 to about the 20.5 cents area. So what happened? You see, we did go down. However, in this move, we actually took this importance low about 19.1 cents. And from my point of view, this is not necessarily an optimistic sign. Why is that? You see, if you want to say we're going to have our final low around here, maybe this is like an important support, then okay, fair enough. You need to be able to find off of the lowest low a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside. This specific example is an impulse. Rules for it are we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of Y wave, wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. This is a big no-no in Elios waves. Now, not always you are able to identify impulses on the upside starting from the lowest low. Sometimes you can have other kinds of Y waves, and in this specific example, we want to talk about an expanding leading diagonal, which looks like this. This is our initial move up into wave 1, and it has to be in this structure the smallest wave. Correction for wave 2, big move up into wave 3, it must be bigger than 1. Correction for 4, it has to be bigger than 2. And also, unlike this impulsive structure, in here we must actually have overlapping of the waves between our corrections, and this is our final move up into wave 5, and it has to be the biggest wave in this structure. Now let's go on the live chart and count some waves and see what is happening. You see, since in the last 24 to about 48 hours in algo, we took this important low. Now, if we want to be bullish and we want to say the low in Algorand overall is already in, then okay, we have to be able to find from this point to about here some sort of a 5 wave. Now, if you want to say that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure on the upside, well, okay, since we are having in here overlapping of the waves between our wave 4 and 2, then well, your only option, since at the same time wave 4 is clearly bigger than wave 2, is having an expanding leading diagonal. And I have checked the rules already. They do apply to this structure being an expanding leading diagonal, meaning there is still a chance that in Algorand the final low is already in, and we are in a beautiful uptrend in the mid to long term. However, you see, previously when we were somewhere around these areas, the idea was something else. We were saying maybe this is a 1, 2 followed by that another 1 and a 2, and this can be yes another 1 and a 2, and these are basically relative to each other on lower degrees, indicating the next moves are going to be big 1-ups. And this is kind of the key. Whenever you have to change your scenario from having a series of 1-2s, or maybe even from having a 5 wave impulsive structure to some sort of a diagonal, that means you are seeing some weakness in the chart. And this is, from my point of view, not necessarily an optimistic sign. Do not get me wrong, we can still be optimistic. However, right now we need to be just a little bit more careful. Now, about the recent price action, I still believe that we're going to have in here a WXY in form of a double zigzag and in the short term. Now I'm going to say maybe this is the end of our B leg, and from here we can have like wave 1, correction for 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into wave 3, and maybe the current move is a correction for 4, and followed by that we can have like yet another move on the downside into wave 5. This is going to be absolutely normal, but I don't really care about the short-term price action. What I want to see in order for me to talk bullish in algo with more confidence is this: maybe a move up from the current point, or like even a bit lower, not important, in order to at least take this important high about 22.5 cents. Why does that matter? Because if we go up and take the highs in here at that point, finding a 5 wave in this phase is going to be quite a challenge, and at least I can tell you that it's not going to be my primary case, suggesting yes, we are having a WXY in here, and this is indeed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in form of an expanding leading diagonal, indicating the low, the final one, is already in, and we are indeed in an uptrend. This is why I care about taking this high. On the other hand, if from the current point you see something like this, maybe short in the short term, another move down, followed by a consolidation pattern, and then yet another strong move down, okay, that's not going to be necessarily an optimistic sign. because who knows, maybe at that point we're gonna have, instead of a correction, like a 1, 2 big move down into wave 3 correction for 4, and yet another move down into wave 5 in order to take the low slope down here about 15 cents. And this is going to look so weird, because at that point you are not going to see me being bearish in algo. No, in fact, if we do take the lows in here, I am going to be absolutely bullish for the mid to long term, because the risk to reward ratios at that point are going to make perfect sense. So let's have a quick conclusion. The fact that in the short term we have taken this low is definitely not an optimistic sign. However, this doesn't mean that we should be right now 100% bearish. No, if you want to go according to the bullish count, then okay, what you want to see is soon a move up in order to take this important high, and that can be an early bullish signal for you. On the other hand, if you want to be bearish in algo, then okay, what you want to see is another move down followed by a consolidation pattern and yet another move on the downside, which will not be a good sign. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Algorand's charts. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.